Yo, pay attention.
First and foremost, despite the title of this video, it wasn't meant to piss anyone off. It isn't rage bait, in fact, it's mostly making fun of myself. If you're looking for actual gay shit in Ocarina of Time, spoiler alert, there is none. However, I'd also venture to say that there isn't any straight shit in it either, thank the gods. You see, this is an actual post I made on multiple Zelda fan forums as a teenager. Yes, cringe. Cringe, cringe, cringe. And yes, I was flamed right out of them. For some self-destructive reason, I wanted to talk about it from the viewpoint of a 36-year-old. Now, I wanted to make this video, as I said, not to piss anyone off, but because it's kind of aggravating to see people's reactions to the casting news of Link and Zelda, and saying the age difference of the actors is going to be problematic when they kiss. Why is Zelda and Link going to kiss? Why do you think they're going to kiss? Is this... I mean, they've never kissed in any of the games. You could argue that Zelda kissed Link at the end of Zelda 2, but we don't know that for sure. Also, Nintendo doesn't really show any kind of romance either way. So, why do you think they're gonna kiss? I mean, in Skyward Sword, yeah, Zelda likes Link a little bit. I don't know if Link likes her back. And in Tears of the Kingdom, apparently Zelda is living in Link's old house, but apparently he also has a house, like, really far away from her, so maybe he's trying to get away from her. I don't know. It does not seem like Link is interested in Zelda. That's all I'm saying. As a whole. Not just in Ocarina of Time. But that's the reason why I'm making this video, because people are like, why are they gonna make a 21-year-old kiss a 16-year-old? Trust me, they're not. Link and Zelda aren't a couple. Why do y'all think that they're a couple? I don't even think Mario and Peach are a couple. Do y'all guys not actually play the games? Like, I really want to know. Like, now, I have always been a huge Zelda fan. I have multiple videos talking about my history with the franchise, and I'm a writer, and so I have a massive imagination. And as a teenager, it was a bit difficult to separate my biases from canon. This is specifically about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, though I have seen people recently saying that Tetra/Zelda from The Wind Waker is a lesbian, and now, honestly, I kind of see it. But first, let's start with the main character and dissect why I felt this way as a kid. Not that I think someone would have to be some sort of queer to read Link from Ocarina of Time as gay, but I am. I was very inexperienced in life at the time, sort of a recluse, and most of my socializing was online in Zelda forums. I spent all my free time writing shitty stories in which my self-insert character was taken to another world and making fan music videos of cutscenes from my favorite video games. Escapism 101, right? Link is a twink. He is a thin, feminine teenage boy. The eyelashes, the fabulous hair, it's pretty obvious. But I was taught not to judge books by their covers, so let's dive deeper. He meets so many pretty girls as a child that grow into beautiful women, and he shows no interest in any of them. Saria is a perpetual child, so if you ship her with adult Link, I'm calling the police. Ruto, while she thought she was engaged to Link at one point, is never on his mind, and I can promise you that. He basically forgot she existed. Also, they're not just two kids from different sides of town. Their cultures differing are the last thing they need to be worried about. The girl is a fish. They're different species entirely. It just wouldn't work. Naboru, well, ignoring the fact that they only know each other for like 5 seconds, as a kid, as an adult, she's just too old for him, and I really don't think he looked at her like that at all, even if he is straight. Malon would be the most convincing as a female partner for Link. She's even used as a tool to connect Twilight Princess to Ocarina of Time and Nintendo's awkward, random, and ridiculous timeline placements. Ocarina of Time Link is a phantom in that game and the ancestor of the main character, who is a farmer. He also has a horse named Epona, who comes to Epona's song from Ocarina of Time. Malon had Lon Lon Ranch and her own Epona. Interesting, is it not? And you know what? I made these silly little posts before Twilight Princess was even a thing, so I did not factor in all of these canon facts. Now I know what you're thinking. DC, you just disproved your younger self's theory of Link being gay. Nope. Gay men marry women and have kids all the time. I do absolutely 100% believe that because of the events of Twilight Princess, Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask grew up, albeit traumatized as fuck, found solace and married Malon, and had little farmer crotch goblins. Doesn't mean the Twink of Time wasn't a flamer. That one's a joke. That one's a joke. Just stay with me. Bear with me, please. It was a joke. In Ocarina of Time, even as an adult, he did not show any interest in Malon. You all may have, because that's the whole point of Link. So we all can project ourselves onto him. Nintendo have literally said that time and time again. However, Link did show interest in someone in Ocarina of Time, and it wasn't Zelda. It was her male persona, Sheik. And yes, in canon, in the actual game, everyone viewed Sheik as a man. Link had interest in someone he thought was a man. Does that mean he's gay? No, not at all. He could be bi or identify as literally any other kind of queer. Or, and this is much more likely, he sensed something familiar about Sheik, and his feelings for the stranger weren't sexual or romantic at all. He just remembered his childhood friend, Princess Zelda, somehow, someway, behind those really gay emo bangs. So, Teenage DC, I have to weigh all the facts, and there's no concrete proof of Link being gay. Not even for Sheik. Sorry about it. Next, we are going to go over Sheik himself. Yes, I use he/him pronouns for Sheik because the actual game he's from does. I don't care what Nintendo says, even though they are getting better with their trans representation like Birdo and Vivian from the Super Mario universe. I will forever be convinced that they backtrack Sheik's canon because of America's weird fetish for transphobia. And no, this isn't just me being a contrarian. As a writer, I'm here to tell you as a writer, the character of Sheik, while the being is presenting as Sheik, has he/him pronouns. So the character is male. Zelda is personifying a character that is male. The same way if a cis drag queen, a cis male drag queen is personifying a character, she would still have, that is female, she would still have she/her pronouns as when she's in the form of that character, if you get what I'm saying. I understand from a certain point of view that people want to call Sheik she because they're not being transphobic or anything aside from this stupid teenage me theory or whatever. Sheik is Zelda. Zelda is a woman. But the character of Sheik themselves is male. That's why I use he/him pronouns for him. If that makes any sense. Anyway, in Ocarina of Time, there are these sentient rock things with eyeballs carved into them called gossip stones. And they literally gossip, if you have the Mask of Truth equipped. One of them tells Link that despite Zelda's appearance, she's actually a tomboy. I know, the scandal. Now, does that mean she's a trans man? Of course not. Tomboys exist. Feminine trans men exist. None of this is solid proof, but teenage me sure thought it was. However, when she grows up, it is interesting that the persona she cultivates to hide from Ganondorf is male. She could have become an old lady or a little girl hiding in Kakariko Village, but she chose to become a young man, presumably the same age as her, and I believe she used her magic to actually change her body, not just her hair. And I believe this because she uses magic to transform back at the end of the game, and it is shown it just isn't an outfit change. Her actual body changes shape. Now, does this mean she is a trans man like I thought as a kid? No, obviously not. If she was a trans man, she would have kept the persona. It is important to note that this doesn't rule out her identifying as some sort of non-binary or gender fluid, however, but again, there's no proof for it. Really, there's no proof for or against any of this, because Nintendo themselves created Link for all of us to see ourselves within him. My Link is gay with a trans man Sheik. Your Link could be probably a big man whore that dates all the girls he meets. I don't know what cis-het dudes like. But these were my Zelda theories as a kid. Nothing about the Forest Temple's history or Link and Zelda being mother, brother, and sister, though Link being gay. Man, I'm glad I grew up. When I wrote these giant posts on these old Zelda forums, I was so proud. I thought I discovered something so important, and I was actually shocked and hurt when people flamed me off the internet. Now I'm much tougher than that. tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Link is gay? Do you think Sheik is trans? Are you butthurt that someone could think that they are? Either way, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all the things. Bye! I'm just kidding. That's not the end. I did want to say something to people that get mad at other people's opinions. I don't think that every Link is gay, or that Link is gay in canon. I just saw him as gay when I was a gay teenager, because that is by design. Nintendo purposefully wanted everyone to see themselves in their character, and I think that is genius. Do I see Link as gay now? No, but a lot of that is because I pick up on a lot of the subtle romance stuff between him and Zelda when it comes to games like Skyward Sword. Now, I did say I do not see any proof of him liking her back, but I also don't see any proof of him liking men either. I don't see either way. Either he just doesn't show his feelings at all whatsoever, or he's asexual. But that is another video for another day, and I really don't want to piss anybody else off. So if I pissed you off, I'm sorry. It was literally me debunking my own stupid teenage theory of Link being gay. But I hope you guys actually watched it and thought it was funny. I worked hard on this video. It's very embarrassing, but also kind of funny and relieving to be able to make fun of myself over something that I took so seriously as a kid. And I get that it's cringe. That's why I wanted to make fun of it a little bit and poke fun of it, because at the end of the day, we're all cringe. I'm cringe right now. Everybody's cringe at some point. But I love you guys. I hope I didn't piss too many people off. Hopefully you laughed with me, not at me. But I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. And there will be more actual theories. This is a joke theory, obviously. But yeah, there's going to be more theories coming. So, next time.